Shalom Akim, brother Kamal Mahar here, back at it again. First things first, we give all praise to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, qadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders along this truth from GMS. Blessing to Akim, my dear, preaching his word with whole heart, true sincerity. Blessing to the entire 1/3. The first fruits kingdom of heaven. That's David, Wiyaf Dawadah. And Shalom to brothers out there speaking in different tongues and looking in different nations. Shalom, brothers. So today, brothers, I was searching on the YouTube thing, Shabbat Shalom as well. So on the YouTube, look at this video, man. This video here is prepare for the new order, and a big portion of it is going into the vaccine, and all the people that's involved, like Epstein, George Soros, you got the guy Fauci, and Bill Gates, I believe, and it might be one other guy, but they're all connected, man. It's pretty interesting how it works. But this video that I'm going into, man, is going into how Esau's really crafty. They all he do is speak lies. That's all he do. And and at the end of the day, though, they're in the power seat right now for a short little bit more time, so that way they can come on, Jake. So-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Indians, and also heathens too. Whatever they gonna get got too, because they're gonna definitely force this vaccine on pretty much on everybody. But see, what this video is getting into is the crafty counsel of these Edomites on how they're going to basically, it's gonna go into like they're not gonna make it mandatory, but then again they're going to kill your so-called account and drop your income down unless you do take the vaccine. So they're not going to force it, but they're going to do things to make you want to do it on your own accord, and it's just all messed up. Now I'm gonna go play some of this video. I guess it's going to tie into who's involved and what their mindset is for the most part.
George Soros broke up IG Farben and he formed Moderna, one of the main financial backers of Moderna. So now you've got Bill Gates, you've got Anthony Fauci, you've got George Soros, all involved in this whole Moderna thing. And one of the main financial backers of Moderna up until his alleged death was one Jeffrey Epstein. Interesting little circle of friendship, don't you think? And these people, mates, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable. It's frustrating. It's frustrating looking at all this shit. It really is. Even with waking people up, I mean, there's other ways to look at this. There's other ways to look at what's really going on here. I mean, half of it is just frustration because it's going to come here. I mean, I don't want to get to the point where I can't go to the shop. And that's what it'll get to. I mean, they're saying, we're not going to make it mandatory. It's like they don't make it mandatory for the people on Centrelink here who receive Centrelink payments. They don't make vaccinations mandatory for them either. What they do is they send them a notice saying, listen, we're going to reduce your payments by, I think it's something like $29 or $30 a fortnight until you get your children vaccinated. And we're not just going to reduce it by, $30 or $29 a fortnight this fortnight. We're going to do it this fortnight, and then we'll reduce it again another $29 the next fortnight, and then we'll do it again the next fortnight, and this reduction will continue until you've got your children vaccinated. So we'll just basically reduce you to the point that you have no income whatsoever because we want to protect your children. That's what they do, but we're not going to make it mandatory. It's not mandatory. We'll give you a choice. You don't have to go and get vaccinated. You could just let your payments get reduced to zero, or you could go get a job. But of course, you won't be able to work in any of the industries unless you're vaccinated. But we're not going to force you to get vaccinated. This is how they do it, folks.
See that right there, man. See how Esau do it. See, Esau's something else, man. Let me bring out this out, man. Isaiah 10. It's so relevant right now. It says, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that right grievousness which they have prescribed. Right. And right here it said, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. Absolutely, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's exactly what they're doing. You know what I mean? They just basically, and this is going to come on the so-called Negro, Latino, Native Indian even worse. Now, there's going to be a lot of Edomites and heathen that's going to be willing to take this vaccine, especially to get back on track with regular society and the way things used to be or the way things were. But For all people who don't, see, we already know that the vaccine is going to be, basically is going to be implemented for sure. And we know the chip is going to definitely be forced. It's going to be mandated. But the scriptures do say it causes all, both rich and poor. I'm just going to bring it out because that's going into the chip. But we know the vaccines go hand in hand with that chip as well. But here's a good reason where the scriptures was getting into, it says, I'm getting to the point. Revelations 13 and 16. And he calls of all, he eat them, the wicked, both small, great, rich, and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in the right hand or in the foreheads. Right. So they're going to force, no matter what, that mandatory thing is definitely going to happen. But you can also see twofold from watching this video on how they causing it. Like, how are you causing them to get that? Well, one, you got to force the mandating part of it, because they keep saying it's not going to be mandatory, but it actually really will. But then again, Esau's so crafty that they're going to also find ways to get this chip and vaccine and different things of that nature. Well, not even different things of that nature. The chip and the vaccine will be implemented from the basis of, unrighteous decrees. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, well, now we're going to put a decree out that if you don't want to take the chip or the vaccine, and this video is on the vaccine, which is biometrical, which is going to be the only way to prove you had the vaccine is by that chip. Probably first is going to be like a document or so, or something to prove, but ultimately is going to be the chip in general. But what they're going to do is, like the guy just said, they're going to put you in a situation where you're being ruined from underneath and from the inside, like killing your account, like Meek Mill said. They don't even kill you no more; they just kill your account. This is literally what they're going to do, and by doing this, they're going to drive you in the corner. So where he's like, hey, you don't got to take this chip or this vaccine. You don't got to if you don't have to. But if you don't, though, we're also going to, kill your account every fortnight, $29, $30 or so, because we want to protect your children. So they're going to throw the children in there as like a sensitive thing in order for you to feel like you're in a position where, you know what, I got to go and protect my children. But then again, I also got to save my preserves and save my money, because the money that I have and the resources that I have is what feeds my children. So in order to protect my children, now I might as well just take that vaccine. You see how Esau do? That's crazy how they do, man. So, and it also makes me think about Micah, in the book of Micah 2. Micah 2. Micah 2 and 1 and 1. It says, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. And when the morning is light, they practice it, because it is the power in their hand. Right. Like Job 9:24, which is very relevant right now, on why these things, why these decrees are going down, or why they making it to be this way in order to be so adamant about that vaccine. Now, I didn't really get into the video in the beginning, but he already stated the vaccine's already created. It just making it seem like they got to have time to develop. It says, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Absolutely. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the reason why this is going down. Like Micah said, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. So the Lord gave Edomites the reign at this particular point. And so because the power's in their hand, they can do what they want. If they want to do a new world order, potentially, because Yahawashi going to stop that before they really get to a real full thing. But they got power. You know what I'm saying? They can do what they want. They got the armies, the navy. They can just, whatever they said they want to do, taxes, make you do all, take your house, take your crib, take your resources. They can do whatever they want to do, so they can enforce their agenda. And why? Because they have that power. This vaccine will be induced and will be distributed to amongst all people, upon the way Esau went to. See, they real crafty. You know what I'm saying? Just like how they conspired, a Talmud against the hidden ones, which is the Israelites, to with crafty counsel in order to discontinue the heritage of Israelites, man. And they're gonna have to pay for that. But right now, Esau in that power seat, and you see what they doing, man. You see what the boy just said. They're going to basically do this and do that to make you want to get the vaccine by pressure. That's how they are, man. What's that? Second address. What is this? No, Sirach. Sirach 10 and 8. It says, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. Right. See what they doing, man? They unrighteous dealings, man. You know, think about what Edomites did to Gad with them little those blankets or coats or whatever with that disease he had, virus, and I forgot, it lost me for it. Influenza, or I forgot. I forgot what the disease was. The brothers know, throw in the comment board, or at least brothers might watch my video that actually see me to tell me what that was. But that was their way to get them to take over. Or right now they want everybody to get this vaccine for the New World Order, so that they're going to try to get you by your account now, or they wanted to basically they wanted to build things up and have free labor. So how they did that? Well, they did it by the sword, by their blessing, and then take the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Indians to do free labor. That's why it says unrighteous dealings, injuries and riches got by the sea. Because the Lord did say in Obadiah, matter of fact, let's go get to it. Obadiah, he said, Obadiah 1, and it goes into what Esau shouldn't have done. I'm starting at 10. Obadiah 1 and 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. Right, we know that. But it says, in the day that thou stoodest on the other side, in the day that the strangers carried away captive his forces, and foreigners enter into his gates, and cast lots upon Jerusalem, even thou wast as one of them. But thou should have not have looked on the day of thy brother, in the day that he began, they became a stranger. Neither shouldst thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction, and neither shouldst thou have spoken proudly in the day of distress. I'm going to read 13 actually. And thou shouldst not have entered into the gate of my people in the day of their calamity. Yea, thou shouldst not have looked on their affliction in the day of their calamity, nor lay hands on their substance in the day of their calamity. Right. But see, that's what Esau do, man. Esau is still afflicting, Jake, so-called Negroes, Latino, and Indians. But this video is to put a hand on and the awareness, which brothers already know, but for brothers who don't know, how Esau is crafty, man. They do what they want. They have the kingdom and the power, and they definitely, doing these things unrighteously and making a living hell for Jake, especially the elect, because he could say they'll wear out the saints, and they definitely wearing us out. Because if you go to Proverbs, and we need new management, man. Proverbs 29 and 2. Got to bring that out. But it comes out pretty repetitive, but it's a great script for right now. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. Right. And that's some great mourning that's going to come down with this guy Edomite was talking about. How they going to try to kill your resources in your account, so that way you can put yourself in a pressurized situation, use your kids and everything, just so that you can take that vaccine, because that's what they want you to do. Oh, they don't want to force you, but then again, you want to take that chip though, and the vaccine, and ultimately the chip. Come on, man. Come on, man. It's just like Esau's a trip, man. Let me see. And look, we'll go to Matthew 24. 24, and it's another thing we got to bring out, because it says, Romans 24:8, and I'm going to jump around. All these are the beginning of sorrows, especially when it's talking about the kingdom. And it says, I'll go at 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, pestilence, and earthquakes in diverse places. And all these are the beginning of sorrows, especially the way Esau's acting and where he going. And it says, I wanted to actually go to Salakia. Okay, 21 and 24. It says, I even go at 20. But pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. And that's talking about Jacob's trouble. But you also got to look at these time frames we in right now. That's the beginning of sorrows. That's also going to be ramped up. Because right now he's talking about something that they're not really doing yet, but they will get to. And those are going to be during those great tribulations, man. They're gonna be killing off Jake. They're gonna be, vaccinations and FEMA camps and all these crazy things. But this is what they're gonna do. They're gonna put Jake and the heathen, because they don't care about their own people either. They're gonna put them in a trick bag to force them in a way of their own option. See, that's what they're doing. They're gonna cleverly force the option on you to take that vaccine and ultimately the chip. But then again, it was your option, but they made it so that you had no fucking choice. And that's how Esau is, man. And it says, and except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake those days shall be shortened. Right? Because if Esau stay in power for another however, man, shit. Man, if Esau stay in power after a certain while, ain't gonna be nobody to afflict no more. Ain't gonna be no flesh to be saved. Ain't gonna be no more. What's it called? Agenda 21. Yeah, like, come on, man. Like the scripture says, man. If it's up to Esau, man, it should all be done. It'll all be destroyed. Ain't gonna be no more flesh to be saved, man. But it said, but you know what though? But it says, for there shall rise false. No. Let me see. Salakia. I think what I was really getting into was I was thinking about Daniel 12:1, and that's okay too, because it says, "Enduring Jacob's trouble, the elect will be saved out of it," and that's cool because that's what's going to have to happen. Because I want to correlate Matthew 24 with the fact that if it was up to Esau, then there will be no flesh to be saved. But the Lord said that He's going to shorten the days for the elect's sake, so we can get up out of here, and the Edomites can get their judgment, man, because they doing too much, man, and it's done. It's time to. It's definitely time to so lock it, brothers. I'm not really sure. Got too low on me for a second. But it's definitely time for a new management, a new situation, man. Because if it's up to Esau, man, it'll be no flesh to be saved, man. There'll be no way. But the Lord is not going to let the elect suffer through them situations. Now, we got to go through the tribulation, yeah. Esau's craftiness and all the things, all these different things that they're doing to try to manipulate and do what they want to do, because they have that power right now. That's why it says, and I'm gonna go back to Micah 2, because that's really why. It's just what it is. It's just Micah 2:1. It says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand." So that's why. So that's the reason why we're going through these things, because Esau is already wicked. Let me go to Psalms 58. Psalms 58 and 3, I believe. And it's another thing. They set up like this. You know what I'm saying? They were meant to be this way. What's this? Psalms 58 and 3. It says, the wicked are estranged from the womb, and they go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. That's all they do, is just speak lies, man. They crafty, they wicked, and it just nothing about them that's going to just be good. You know what I'm saying? Forget all that. Oh, there is no good white people. I mean, there are some good white people out here. Not all of them, man. Whatever. Anybody trying to hear that? Because the predominant of them and all of them are wicked. So because you got 2 or 3 nice ones, don't mean you gonna put you like the one thing brothers bringing out. You got a barrel full of snakes, and 4 of them are are definitely not gonna bite you, but 96% of the thing will bite you. You gonna take that low risk? No, you're not. You're not gonna do that. So I had to bring that out, brothers, man, because Esau gonna get brought. Matter of fact, let me finish off with Lamentations. That's a really, really good, what my brothers call Wu Bang. What's this, 4? It says, right, this is perfect. Lamentations 4:21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee, and thou shalt be drunken, and shalt make thyself naked. And it says, the punishment of thy iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. That's the Israelites. we would, so-called Negro, Latino, near the Indian, and Edomites, or the so-called white man. He will no more carry thee into captivity. He will visit thy iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. And look what's going on right here. You know, you got me, hopeful man of the Lord, you know, man of the Lord or whatever, bringing this out, man, to feed the sheep, to let them know and be aware, like Ezekiel 33. You know, I'm blowing that trumpet on what's to come. They're gonna do exactly what this Edomite said they're gonna do, and way more. So I brought this out as edifying to you, brothers, man. Lord willing, I'm saying, I want to give all praise to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, qadash. Yahawah, he is to be, exists. Bahasham in the name, and the only begotten Son, the Lord and Savior, the Deliverer, Yahawashi, Bahasham in the name, and the Holy Spirit of qadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders, along this true run from GMS. Blessing to the Akim there preaching his word, with whole true sincerity. Blessing to 144,000 and 1/3. And I'll say a blessing to the house of David, the Biaf Dawadah. And shalom to brothers out there speaking in different tongues and looking different nations. Shalom, brothers.